Hey everyone, it's Marcy. I'm going to give you a blow dry tutorial today using my Dyson AirWrap styler. I'm going to start with the pre-dry attachment hooked onto it, and then once we're rough dry, I'm going to go ahead and use the smaller set of attachments here. So I will take you along the way. I have used in my hair Unite 7 seconds leave-in conditioner, heat protectant, detangler, UV protectant, all in one. This stuff's amazing, and I used my Unite U oil. It's their argan oil, and I put that all through like the mids and ends of my hair. If you want to purchase those products, there's a link in my profile that you can click on and get those. So I'm gonna go ahead and start rough drying just with this basic attachment on. So I finished rough drying my hair and I just sectioned it off. So I take a horseshoe section around the top of my head, and that's my first section. I clip that away. And then I take my second section, which is just mainly in the back. So that way I can easily drop that down after this one is finished. So you unlock this, take off your pre-styler part, set that aside. There is 2 directions to each size of the AirWrap. So they're marked with arrows. So if this is your dryer here, you put it on and this arrow is facing to go. I always curl away from my face, so this side will go for my right side of my head. So what you do then, I take usually everything that's in front of my ear. Now this may vary depending on how much hair you have and the density of it. So I like to hold it up here pretty taut at right underneath the root. I'm gonna switch this down to medium heat now. It was on high. Get those ends secure. Slowly start to move it in. So all the hair is wrapped. And you're just moving it closer to the head. You're not twisting it. Hold it here. Press your on button up and hold it up to pull shot. And turn it off and release. And then you have your first curl. So I like to hold it at the root, just keep your section nice and clean, especially once you start dropping more hair and there's more hair done. It just makes it a little bit easier to work with so that the air is just not blowing it everywhere. So I'm gonna do a couple more in real time and then we will speed things up. So I always grab hair from the back and just pull it towards the side so I can see what I'm working with. Same thing, grab closer to the root. Cold shotting after each section, and now I've done about half of my my section. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my attachment and go to the other direction for the other side of my head. So usually when about half or a little bit more than half of the strand of hair is done, that's when I'll let go of the grip that I have up top, because that way it'll stay intact. So I have just completed my first section. It didn't take me that many pieces. I think I had 3 on this side and 4 on this side. So you may have more or less depending on how much hair you have. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop down my second section and do this in the same way. You can kind of split it and bring it to the side so that way you can do your same directional way. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up now that you know what you're doing. So now that most of my hair is done, I only have this top section left. I'm going to take this side that I have more hair on, because this is where my hair parts, drop it in half. I'm also going to take out this front piece. I like to have that all done now, and then just have to try the top. So, same thing here. Going to take this first piece, still blowing away from my face. If you have any type of bang or angles around your face, you might need to change the way you section it, but this is what works for me. So with my front piece, I kind of start off with it the same way I normally do, vertically, and then I start to kind of turn it to get me like a little bit more volume right at the root up here, and then the rest of this section is just going to be done in the same way as I've been doing the rest of my hair. Okay, so I'm almost on my last section. I dropped down the rest of the hair, finished up on this side with the same direction. Now I'm switching the top to finish up this side. Probably gonna do the same thing with this front piece as I did to the other side. I will show you that. And now I'm going to just dry the other pieces. This section is not as big as the other one. If you're afraid your section's too big, always break it into a smaller one. Less is more, because you want to make sure that the whole hair strand is completely dry. That's what's going to make your style last the longest. This is what it looks like when it's first done. I know it looks a little big, a little crazy. Just bear with me. All right, so once you were here, I just sprayed it with a little hairspray, putting a little product through my hands, and just brushing it with my fingers. So it's good to use that hairspray now while it was setting. And this is our finished look. You get a lot of body to it. You got curls. These will last for days. And hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Send me a comment. And I'll see you again soon.